you've grown so big, but you don't take on debt to grow the business.
Right.
I don't believe you have investors in the company.
Not a one. No.
So that means in order to grow this company, you've taken just the profits, reinvested back in, and even you weren't investing your own capital to grow it faster. You were just like, let's take this business and it'll grow it at the speed of the business, at the speed of profits, as opposed to, keep dumping more of your own money in.
It's not venture capital money. It's not outside money. It's obviously not bank money. I mean, it's just organic profits, and we just roll the majority of them back in. And, today, it's kind of ridiculous because a small percentage of our profits gives me and Sharon an unbelievable life.
Right.
And we can just, then what are you going to do with the rest of it? I can pull it out, buy real estate with it. I can buy, I can dump it in mutual funds, or I can dump some of it back in here, and I kind of do all three.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to ask you a question I think I know the answer to, but why don't you just sell the company now and just live life and travel the world?
Because I can live life and travel the world without selling it. So, for one thing. The second thing is that what drives us here is not it's not a pure financial transaction. What drives us here is the meaning that me and our family and our team gets from changing people's lives. And so this company's owned by God as far as we're concerned, and it's here to bless other people. And so it's been handed off already. 99% of it's already in the kids' names from an estate planning standpoint. I only own 1% now.
Oh, wow.
But I own the only voting stock. So so there you go. It's just an estate planning trick. I mean, we just moved the value off early years ago, but while we still could. And then someday I'll hand that 1% over prior to death or at death, either one. But my wife will not. She's taken care of otherwise.
Wow, that's amazing, and I love how open you are about this, because you show people so many different steps of the path. Whether you're in debt, in credit card debt, trying to get out, how do you go from zero to something? How do you go from there to wealth, and now to just extreme levels of wealth of what you're doing with that, which is I think so powerful for a lot of people. Would you say that building this Ramsey empire is replicable in today's economy, in today's environment? Can somebody do this today?
Well, I think do something today. The beauty of the world today versus when I started, there was no internet when I started. There was certainly no dadgum,
no YouTube,
like a magic wand in your hand that you can push buttons and stuff is on your porch. I mean, this is a cool age we live in.
Actually, when I read a Total Money Makeover Entre Leadership, I had the audio CDs.
Yeah.
I didn't have there's no Audible.
You see what I'm talking about? Yeah.
And they're still in my backseat of my car, my Toyota Solara. They're still there right now.
But I remember distinctly where I was sitting inside the business the first time we dialed up and went, eek, and connected to this thing called the internet.
Yeah.
So, the digital world, the beauty of that is you can test things at such a low cost. You can deliver things at such a low cost and such a high speed. So I think it's easier right now than it's ever been.
Wow.
I mean, I had to print books on like paper and stuff. We just come up with stuff and send it to you, and it's through the air and it's magical, and you've just got it, and then you give us money and you get the information and get your life changed. It's amazing. It's so easy. I mean, what it takes to throw up we did a live stream the other night. It was 600,000 people signed up for it.
Wow.
For a live stream. You can't get 600,000 people in a building to do a live event.
Yeah.
You could do arena events the rest of your life and never get. It's so amazing.
Taylor Swift must be watching what you're doing.
Well, everybody's watching Taylor's, but that's a different world. But no, but the thing is, I like analog products, but from a business perspective, and is it possible today? Oh my gosh, digital's amazing, even for an old boomer like me.
Is there a place where you feel like, man, if I would have been starting today, I would have done this more, I would have invested deeper into this, or I wouldn't have done something else?
One of the beauties of the journey that I've been on is that we've had so much failure. I'm convinced that 90% of my ideas suck, and we make all of our money and all of our brand notoriety and everything else on about 10%.
Wow,
and we survive the other 90%. And so the beauty of digital is, again, you can beta stuff, you can test stuff, you can run split tests. When you got 2 million people coming to a website, you can do, a month, you can do, or a week or whatever it is, you can do all kinds of, experimentation and not lose so dadgum much time and money and frustration, because we would just Hail Mary stuff, just throw it, hope somebody catches the dadgum ball, and we're just throwing it, and we're like, hope it hits, but now everything's so dialed in. I mean, these tech guys on our team are brilliant people.
Yeah.
It's amazing. So I think it's, I do think it's easier today. What would we do different? I would do fewer Hail Marys because I wouldn't be required to.
Focus in.
They hurt when they don't work. I've done stuff where we try something, we lose $5 million. Or we try something, we lose $3 million. But, you're just trying something. I mean, we tried to access the Spanish community, the Hispanic community. I've just got this huge love for the Hispanic community, the Latinos. And but hillbilly communicating to Latinos is a hoot,
Really?
So we got a guy in, it was a Hispanic guy, bilingual, made him the Ramsey personality to do this, Andres Gutierrez. He's a great friend. And we spent, I don't know, I lost several $1 million in printed Spanish materials. We had a Spanish broadcast. We had all this stuff. We could not monetize that market. We could not connect. We couldn't do it. And Andres got frustrated and said, I think I'm going to go try this anyway. And I'm like, you know what? Here's $100,000. I hope you go win. And I'll help you. I'll send you all of our Spanish materials, all our leads. You can have it all. We tried it. And he's still out there doing it. He's got a radio show that's on 37 stations right now. He's a great guy. He's a good friend to this day. But we lost, I lost at least $2 million trying to different ways to access that market. But we did stupid stuff. We overdubbed me with Spanish.
Yeah.
Really? That's hilarious. A pastor comes to me and he goes, Dave, let's just pretend you had the best possible leadership training in the world, and it was a Chinese guy overdubbed with hillbilly lingo. Would you watch that? And I went, no, that'd be awful. And he goes, that's what you put out. You put crap out, and then you expect people to do it. So we've screwed up so many things. That's just, I could write in books on all the dumb things we've done. But we were just trying something. And in today's world, you could do that with so much less effort and so much increased speed, and you would discover quickly or not whether you could get a product market fit. And in those days, we were just throwing it against the wall, see if something stick.
But I think what's interesting about that is the almost the craziness aspect to want to try things. Because, I think with a lot of entrepreneurs or people trying to start things, even with investing, it's the fear of failure.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to put my money into the stock market because what if the market crashes? What if the economy crashes? What if my business idea sucks? What if I lose money? How did you overcome that? Because, even when you're making a lot of money, losing a couple $1 million can't be easy.
No, it still hurts. That's why I bring it up. I want to cry when I think about it. But no, number one, if you're not borrowing the money to do it, you're paying. It's cash that I lost. I don't miss it as much. If I had to pay payments, if I was still paying payments on that mistake 5 years later, that'd be double hurtful, right?
Yeah.
So if it's real money and it's really gone, and we go, okay, this is it. We're not doing this. We're killing this product. We've lost hope. Boom, we're killing it. Okay. Then that's gone. It's just gone. It's over. It's in the distant past quickly, and you can move on. So and it's not enough money. We don't do any. I call them James Bond deals. In every James Bond movie, somewhere near the end of the movie, he's playing cards, and he has to slide all the chips to the center of the table to defeat the evil guy, or the world's going to be brought to an end because of this one card game. Right. So, but it's all in. And we've never done an all-in deal.
Oh, okay.
Ever. I've never signed a contract, never gotten into something that if this doesn't work, we're gone. It's like if we lost $2 million on that, it meant we had 10.
Yeah.
It meant, so it hurt, like $2 million worth of hurt, but it was not fatal.
I get
and so
that.
we don't do James Bond. We're not all in. We're going to bet the farm. We're going to bet the family heritage on this one stupid deal with Walmart.
Yeah.
No. We're not doing that.
One of the things I think you've done very well from a short time being here is build an amazing company culture. Because last time I was here, I was with Humphrey Yang, and we were walking out with some of the team, and he was asking some really funny questions, which I thought were funny, which was, what credit cards do you guys have? And the response they had was, we don't believe in credit cards here. And he responded with, you're telling me that out of the 1,100 employees you have here at Ramsey Solutions, no one has a credit card? And they responded very firmly saying, we don't believe in credit cards at Ramsey Solutions. And I'm sitting here listening to this as just a viewer saying, wow, like that is to obviously you live by what you teach.
Well, we don't believe in them, but we also don't check their wallets. So I can't authoritatively say not a single person here does. But we try not to hire people who are hypocrites.
But exactly, but you're having a team culture of, we believe.
We have a whole program called Walk the Talk. If we're going to say we're this, we ought to be this. Because otherwise you're just a liar, you know? And so you ought to be who you is.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to do that, it's okay. But this is who we are. And you know, when you go lease a car and you work here, the car dealer's going to tell everybody.
Oh yeah.
You know, that guy over at Ramsey did this, and they don't really believe what they teach, and so the whole thing's a fraud. It's snake oil. I knew it. And you know, and we've had people do stuff like that over the years. So we don't police. We just try to teach the adults, not the children. We don't have children. The adults that are here, that it's inconsistent. And so it makes you look hypocritical. It makes us look bad. It diminishes our ability to influence someone because we're no longer trustworthy because we're hypocritical. And so, you know, if you want to go do all that stuff, you probably don't want to work here because you really don't believe in what we do.
Yeah.
And so it's that kind of encouragement. But we've never done a wallet check to make sure that everybody doesn't have a credit card. We're not that controlling.
My team was walking in asking, do we have to check in our credit cards on the way to the studio? If you have $100 in your bank account and you want to buy this $1,000 Gucci scarf, your bank would love to lend you the $900 at 25% APR because when you make the minimum monthly payments, your banker gets richer. But that's just the beginning. When it's time for you to buy a house, who do you ask? How big of a house should I buy? Many times it's your banker, and they're not your financial